Senator for Louisiana.
Mr. President, I rise to speak about saving school choice or perhaps parental choice. Mr. President, some students learn differently than others do. I'm the parent of a child with dyslexia. I can tell you that as any such parent knows, one-size-fits-all education does not work. Parents and students should have the ability to choose the learning environment that is best for that child. And I think the parent can make the choice better than the school board and certainly better than bureaucrats in the Department of Education here in Washington, D.C. The charter school program was created by Congress for that exact purpose, to ensure that parents could choose what's best for their child. Power to the parent. Giving parents the power is crucial to allowing every student to succeed. Unfortunately, there are groups working to undermine the power the parent should have to choose their child's school. The U.S. Department of Education has decided to disregard what's in the best interest of the student with a new proposed rule that adds new requirements for applicants completely unrelated to student outcomes. Applicants would have to demonstrate an unmet need for charter school, provide evidence of over-enrollment at existing public schools in order to establish a charter school. It seems as if the Department of Education is putting up arbitrary barriers to opening a charter school simply out of prejudice. They don't want the parent to have the power. Our country's charter schools are under threat from the far left and from teachers' unions who seek to shut them down because charter school staffs are difficult to unionize. Now, these unions know it's much harder to spread their influence in charter schools. In some cases, it is frankly impossible for a charter school to unionize, and the giant unions see this as a simple problem. They know the more charter schools there are, the less revenue they get. So their solution is equally as simple. Take power away from parents with layers of new bureaucracy and government regulation. We should not let that happen. And let's just put this in perspective. Since the pandemic began, it has been public charter schools that have seen a substantial increase in demand. They opened up sooner, and they stayed open in larger numbers than traditional public schools. And we know that open schools are better for children. Parents should have the power to send their child to a school where they feel like they, the parent, have a voice, and where they know their child is more likely to succeed. Now, let's be clear who this rule is written for. Not for the parent and not for the child. It is not written to help the student. It is written to help unions exercise more control over a student's life. This rule makes no mention of how many of these new restrictions improve student achievement or actually help students. And at a time when students are falling behind in record numbers, we need new and innovative approaches to our education system, not just hand the keys over to a special interest group. The truth is, these rules will give less choice to families, will hold students back, and do more harm than good. Now, the charter school program has enjoyed bipartisan support for nearly 30 years. Any substantial change to the program should go through Congress and receive thoughtful consideration. And parent choice for the school their child attends should not be gutted by an informal committee of union employees and education department officials. Those of us who care about the student, those of us who see the role of charter schools, we have one message to Secretary of Education Cardona: back off of our charter schools. With that, I yield, and Mr. President,